Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021, and it's already starting. This morning, we heard from Federal Reserve President Rosengren. Now, this creature there's something wrong with him. Okay, he said this morning, and this is a quote. The inflation that we're seeing right now, the price action of materials surging across the board, energy, food prices, he said, are you ready for this? Sit down a moment. It's not real. This is not real inflation, he said. No, this is not real inflation. So what is it? Okay, we're seeing the price of energy. We're seeing the price of materials, food skyrocket here. But it's not real? Well, then what is it? I don't know. It seems to me, if you had seen the video or have seen the video that I did yesterday, we had Fed President Bostic coming out here also with the same kind of narrative that, inflation is under control and the Fed needs to do more easy money. And then you got the other freak, Fed President Bullard, coming out here basically saying the same thing. There is instability. This is what he said. There is instability in the financial markets, which could potentially bleed off into the economy, but the Fed's going to control it all. How? Let me guess. By creating more cash out of thin air and buying it all. So you have to understand, there is a very deep, dark agenda here. Look here. Don't look here. Fed President Rosengren says inflation is not real. What you're seeing now is not real. Again, how many times have I told you that they are going to attempt to convince you that what you are seeing is not real? This is a clear example of that. It just really drives me nuts, really does. But you can expect more of this moving forward. The Fed has got to downplay inflation, because what that will do, if the Fed were to, I don't know, not continue this kind of narrative, it'll hit the bond market. And the Fed has been working very hard to rig that bond market to force cash into stocks, which are poised for a higher open right now this morning. Trading doesn't start for about a half of an hour. The Fed is going to keep this mechanism in place by jawboning, by doing whatever they got to do to keep cash moving into risk-on assets. Stocks, you understand? It's an amazing phenomenon. It really is, but that's where we are at. So, again, with that said, we have stock futures higher across the board. At least for now, the market looks like it's going to put on even more gains here. Lovely. 10-year yield stable. The dollar, people, the Dixie, again, under pressure and going lower. The dollar is going away. Wave goodbye. Yeah, it's going away by design. Again, you got the freak show. You got the central banks of the world determined to drive their respective currencies into the ground. None more so than the Federal Reserve. But inflation, no. It's not real. This has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve driving its inflation machine. You know what they're doing? Issuing debt through one door, buying it through another door. That is massively inflationary, but you're not supposed to know that. Creating artificial demand in the market, buying $40 billion of mortgage-backed securities, inflating a massive housing bubble, forcing cash into the stock market, risk on. It's amazing. It's utterly stunning to me. Okay, but that's just the way it's going. But again, you know what this means for you. You should be looking on the opposite side. Look for risk-off assets. Physical gold, physical silver, cryptocurrencies, yes, which are stabilizing here. So that's the story. We got the 10-year yield stable. We got dollar getting hit. Crude oil right now, after yesterday's epic run. I mean, a 3.75% gain yesterday. It's under a little pressure right now. Okay, they're going to keep propping up crude. Crude is going up, is going higher. Market's going higher with it. People, you know how this works. It's so freaking sick. But again, what does it do? It makes our life easier because we know how to take advantage of it. Let me say this too. When you hear a story like today, like with Fed President Rosengren coming out here trying to convince you that what you're seeing is not real, that the surging price of energy, the surging price of materials, this is all just good. It's just, nothing to worry about. It means you need to worry about it. You understand? I don't know how many people are actually buying this narrative. I really don't. But the market doesn't care. The market wants to hear this, and the message to the market is very, very clear. Okay, as a market participant myself, this is what I hear. When I hear what happened today come out of the mouth of Rosengren and what happened yesterday come out of Bostic and Bullard's mouth, it says to me, and it should say to you, that the Fed's going to keep buying it all. The Fed's working towards their end game to be the lender and buyer of last resort. They are. They have achieved that goal. They're in absolute control of the money, of the debt, of the world. And they're going to continue this mechanism until they decide it's time to, okay, we've seen enough. They're going to pull the plug. They're going to basically cause the market to crater on a scale you cannot believe. Because again, this stock market has no bearing on reality, along with, nothing else. But what we're doing, you and I, is getting ourselves in the right spots now for what is coming, and we're taking advantage of the situation. Speaking of taking advantage of the situation, I just did a tremendous amount of work on my website. I created what I'm calling Market Central. This is for all of you, my lions out here, those of you that want to follow the dollar index, crude oil, know what stocks to be trading, how to get into this market. Again, Market Central. So there's a link in the description of this video. Go click on that. Have a look at what I created for you. I put a lot of work into this, and I hope it works for all of us. Look, I am trying, and I have been trying, and it's working to get you and I on the right side of this freak show. We're not going to let them beat us. It's my goal. It's my mission to not allow you and I to be destroyed here. Not just that, but to capitalize on what's going on here, because it's an epic, epic freak show. All right, with that said, people, I'm going to let you go. Please check out my website. Again, link in the description of this video. Check out Market Central. I will see all of you later.